Alright, we're in a deep dark corner because, you know, it's we're in the DC section because some dark news here. Diamond Comics filed for bankruptcy, and I mean, Diamond Comics is a store, or it's a distributor that a lot of stores, like, you know, from comics, toys, trading card games, we all deal with Diamond Comics, the distributor, for this. So I mean, this is going to affect us, which is at the end going to affect all the customers who buy from these stores. So I just want to make this video and explain what's happening, who's Diamond, and how it's going to affect us and everybody in the toy industry. So, my script. Alright. So I guess we'll start off with who Diamond Comics is. So Diamond Comics Distributor is the largest distributor of comics in North America, probably the world then. And, you know, they sell, of course they do a lot of comics, but they also do toys, collectibles, statues, you know, Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, all the Bandai stuff. So SH Figure Art, Hasbro, Mcfarlane, Hiya Toys. There's not a single toy manufacturer that does not deal with Diamond, and they're one of the biggest in the world. So it's pretty shocking that they did it. See, if you don't know who Diamond Comics is, they're the distributor who sent me the Snake Eyes movie wave instead of the new wave, and they told them, hey, you gave me the wrong wave, and they said, oh fuck it, just keep it, you know. They didn't want me to send it back to them, but yeah, they found for like being pretty straightforward with things. What's also big about them is that they had a lot of exclusives. So whenever you see PX exclusive, like, I mean, you just type in on Google PX exclusive and then type in a toy, that PX exclusive is actually preview exclusive, which means it's actually a Diamond comic distributor exclusive. So I mean, for a lot of customers, they don't understand, like, oh, what's PX exclusive, like what an event. No, it's actually a distributor exclusive, and Diamond Comics quite often has exclusive rights to distribute certain products. So I don't know, if you go Hiya Toys PX exclusive Godzilla, it's because Diamond Comics is actually the only distributor we can get it for, and then all the other distributors around, you know, they kind of just buy it off Diamond and then resell it as their site. But yeah, Diamond's like very, very known, especially Funko Pops, Hiya. There's a few other brands, 3-0, that they all have PX exclusives, and that's because Diamond is the only distributor big enough that would commit to a large volume of them. Maybe it wasn't a good idea, who knows? Now, the other thing I want to talk about is, well, it is bankruptcy, but it doesn't also always mean the end of Diamond Comics. It's also Chapter 11, so it allows them to restructure their business. So essentially, it's them saying, everybody hold up. I can't pay you all right now. I need to fire half my staff and change a lot of things here and there. So maybe I'm going to stop selling Funko Pops because that shit is garbage. And then I'm only going to sell Mcfarlane and Hasbro and not sell to Neca, or no more exclusives. They just need to change stuff around. Maybe they're only going to sell to some retailers. Maybe they're going to drop the whole comic thing. So from what I've read, they're going to sell their TCG division to another distributor. They already sold their UK division completely, and they just, this way they can make money, and then they can pay off who they owe, and then they can try to restructure and see how they're going to go forward. So it might not just be completely end. It's more of a restructuring bankruptcy, where they essentially tell everybody, hey, hold on, I can't pay you all. Let me figure myself out. It's like, it's kind of protection also, because otherwise, you know, people are going to call and harass them. It's like, no, you can't. That's what Chapter 11 is. It allows them to be kind of protected from their creditors. Let's see. I guess the other thing, I guess what we really got to understand is now how it affects us as retailers and you as the customers. So exclusives that are PX exclusives will probably end up disappearing. We probably won't see them. I guess it's raining or somebody's peeing on the window. So PX exclusives might just totally disappear now, so you might not see any more PX exclusive. And the ones that might be coming might be canceled altogether now, so that's a bit of a weird thing where some PX exclusives, because, or they just might be delayed. Who knows, like, they might commit to still producing them because they probably already sold them and made the money, so they want to just still produce them. But that's just another thing. So PX exclusives I would definitely be worried about. If you're a comic store, if you're buying your toys from a comic shop, there is like a 80% chance they buy from Diamond Comics, because we have all been to a comic store and, you know, you see comics, but then you also see some Marvel Legends and some NECA and some, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and toys that have comics attached to them. So those stores probably buy a lot from Diamond, and well, they might have slight delay issues because obviously companies going through Chapter 11 bankruptcy, so they might have a delay paying for their items. So Diamond Comic might be slow to send those inventory to those stores. So be prepared for a slow year for your comic book store if they rely on Diamond Comics. Otherwise, also smaller stores might be fully dependent on Diamond Comics because like I said, Diamond Comics is one of the biggest distributors. They have so many items, and it's convenient for a small store just to pay one shipping cost to one company and get all their items from them. Makes your taxes easier, makes acquiring your products easier. It's less time on your staff because your staff doesn't have to search for new items when they want to buy. They don't like, oh, I need Optimus Prime 86. All right, buy 20 from Diamond, buy 40 from Hasbro, buy 30 from Moon Boys Entertainment, buy 40 from Big BBC. Oh, wow. Distributors have really terrible names sometimes. Let's see. While we're at it, so because it's such a big distributor, it might also affect some of the manufacturers that Diamond Comic owes money to. So I wrote down here and did some research about numbers because everybody liked me doing accounting in my previous video. So I did some more accounting and I found out how much debt Diamond Comic owes to other manufacturers. And these are just reports. So obviously, I'm a small tuna can in the corner. Nobody told me this directly. I just can read it off what Diamond is putting available. I don't know. So I'm doing accounting again, so I deserve another like for those who are wondering. So like button. So I know that accounting is not a waste of my time. Alright, so this is where we get to the actual accounting part. I decided to look at the reports and see who Diamond Comic actually owed money to. Just because it might affect the manufacturers who produce the toy. So, if Diamond Comic owes a manufacturer a lot of money, that might affect the manufacturer where they might have more financial troubles if obviously Diamond Comic just says, hey, I'm not paying your bill anymore. So these are just the reports I'm seeing. So, take it with a grain of salt. This is just the reports that Diamond puts out, and I'm trying to do the best I could for accounting purposes. So, once again, I'm doing accounting, so you have to hit the like button for me because I'm going through math. Alright, so number one, I found it's Hasbro, obviously. Diamond Comic obviously buys a bunch of Hasbro toys and sells it to toy stores. So it's rated here, Hasbro is up to $20 million. And this is, US dollars, obviously. And, I think Hasbro could live without that, but, $20 million is a huge loss just to not... It's a lot of money, right? Next is Funko. Obviously, Funko is a bit garbage, but it's also $12 million. So Funko was really reliant on Diamond because every comic book store and mini toy store in the world has a few Funkos, and well, Diamond kind of just like, hey, here's Funkos with your and stuff. So that's why a lot of comic book stores have Funkos, because Diamond carried a huge amount of Funkos, and Funkos are very cheap. So 12 million Funkos, that's a chunk of Funkos, right? That might affect Funko a lot more because Funko is not a very rich company, so losing 12 million is quite a bit for them. Also, Funko will need to find a new giant distributor, because Hasbro, sure, Hasbro has a distributors carry Hasbro toys, but Funko's not that many distributors are willing to carry the entire line of Funko. In Canada, I think we have 2 distributors for Funkos, and otherwise we all get it from Diamond if we really wanted a Funko. We'll see what happens. Neca. So Neca here which is not a huge amount, but Neca changed their back-end system, so Neca had a large amount of delays because of that back-end system. And yes, they are also relying on Diamond because Diamond's, once again, it's the largest distributor. So it's a bit weird. I don't know, because Neca, I feel like they don't have a lot of money, but I don't have the information of how much Neca has in their pocket, so hopefully it'll be okay for Neca. I would hate for Diamond, going for bankruptcy would cause Neca to screw up, because Neca has a love to lie. I really like their figures. I feel like you get a lot of quality, a lot of bang, a lot of plastic. Oh, sweet plastic from Neca for your dollar. So that'd be a shame to see that hold each other accounting. The other big one is obviously Dark Horse Comics, because while not directly comics, it's not directly toys. Dark Horse, they do have a few statues and stuff, and obviously DC and Marvel and or whoever, IDW and stuff, all those people, whatever they produce. Diamond Comic distributor is might not want them anymore, or might not be able to afford them. So number here, it's so varying, and I also don't. It's really different because the margins on a comic book is a lot more than the margins on a action figure. Like, at the end, a comic is paper, an action figure is plastic and paint, and there's no difference between this paper and a comic, right? It's more or less the same cost, right? And we know the price of paper. Not to say that I'd feel bad for losing out on whatever money Diamond Comic owes. So all of these, companies, they represent, a giant piece of the puzzle that we'll see how their operations affect, right? At the end of the day, it's a big player in the market that is going through bankruptcy, so we'll see how it affects those stores and manufacturers. Let's see what else. I mean, we all know, like, I see people who have been part of this channel know that 2022, we saw a lot of stores go under, toy related especially, because 2020 and 2021 were like good times, and everybody was like kind of like buying whatever they wanted, and everybody was collecting. In 2022, everything was overproduced, and supply chain kind of fixed itself. Like, if you all remember, Godzilla and King Kong were fighting in the Nidus Canal, and we couldn't get stuff, and then it opened up, and now the trade was happening. So everything, like, I don't know, man. In the last 5 years, like, things keep going. It's been a bit crazy. So I don't know. Now we're going from super lows, and then 2024 and 2025 look like super highs again, because like Pokemon, Magic, like card collectibles, exploding. I have never seen so many people like I know there used to be a time when Logan Paul would have a Charizard around his neck, and some people, well, guess what? The Pokemon like frenzy right now is more than that, which is, I don't know, blows my mind to see how that's going. So I don't know, we're back in another collecting high where people are just collecting a lot of stuff. I don't know, but this at the end also just highlights how collecting habits of people change and companies have changed. So during 2022, a lot of manufacturers squeezed everybody in between. They're like, okay, you know what, you want to buy this, we're just gonna, you're gonna pay the extra cost, and we're gonna keep our MSRP the same or something. And Diamond Comics, because they are such a top-down company where they just do everything from literally getting the exclusive from the manufacturer to selling it to the retailers. And when the margins got squeezed, they were probably also squeezed the most out of it, because they are the volume game, while us retailers, we're more of a, I want to make on a toy, please help kind of deal, where we sell 300 toys, they're going to sell 3,000 toys, and that difference gets magnified when they cut their margins. If they cut $1 and you're only making $2 of a sale, you lost 50% of your profit that way. So I mean, I guess this is something where I also noticed in the industry, or I'm not very proud, or I kind of hate it. I see manufacturers like Hasbro, Neca, Mcfarlane, they've all opened up their own online store and are selling direct to the customer because, of e-commerce. But then at the same time, it's like you needed all these other stores and distributors to, promote your products and push it and put it in stores. And it's like free advertisement for you. And now you're just kind of like, oh, buy from us directly and we'll make our own exclusives for us. It's like, okay, you didn't, it's a bit, it's a bit skipping the middle guy and kind of like screwing your partner who's been there the whole time for you. So I kind of feel sad for Diamond Comics, because everybody who I talk to says the people at Diamond Comics have been very nice. And it's true. Like I said, when I showed you my G.I. Joe thing, they sent me the wrong item. And I was like, you know what? This is a dead item. You sent me the wrong item. I wanted the new G.I. Joe wave. You gave me Snake Eyes movie, which is, it's so dead. It's just right now on my shelf. Like, I still have it. It's probably the oldest item on my store. I'm going to check, actually. Like, what number is G.I. Joe's Snake Eyes movie? Okay, yeah. I just wanted to check how old it is. G.I. Joe's Snake Eyes movie is like, this is Baroness. It is number 19. So this is very new in the line, because right now we just got in, what's this guy's name? 149, who is, everybody knows who 149 is. Tylone. So Tylone is 149. So that's like a huge difference in the gap. This is still in the store. This is the zombie. It's not dead. It's a zombie. It's unalive. It's dead again. Sorry, rant. I have a lot of issues with G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie stuff, because I thought I was almost done, and Diamond just sent me a new one. Anyway, Diamonds are really good people, because They said, you know what? Sorry, it's our mistake. Do you want it at like? Do you want it at all? I'm like, no, I don't want it at all. Here, give me the shipping label. I'll ship it back to you. And they were like, yeah, after that, you just keep it with you, burn it. I don't know, hit people with it. So I'm just paying storage for them. But it was very nice for them to not make it a big hassle. You know, it's part of your contract, or I don't know, some random thing they could have like. Because I know Moon Boys Entertainment would have pulled something off, like show me pictures. Okay, you might have to bring it here and you pay the cost and then we'll reimburse you. I'm just like, no, it's your mistake. It's like Moon Boys Entertainment is terrible as a distributor, which I don't like now because now Moon Boys Entertainment is there, and you know, Diamond Comics is kind of like not going to be there, and then Moon Boy Entertainment will have more power, but Moon Boy Entertainment loves to screw me, so I don't know. Anyway, another story, because I don't order from Moon Boy Entertainment that much anymore, so. But unfortunately now I have to put my money somewhere else, so I'll need another distributor. So hopefully one of the other distributors will step up in place and cover this gap. Because like for us, we order about, I don't know, not much, like 10 to 15,000 a month from Diamond Comics. So it's not a huge amount, but it's still a shame to lose that because they were always a nice secondary or tertiary store for me to get. Because obviously it's cheaper for me to buy direct. And then obviously I would like to, like, I don't know, Optimus Prime. I would order 50 Optimus Primes from Diamond Comics because, you know, I know, Hasbro's only going to give me like 200 when I ask for 400. So it's like, okay, it's nice. At least I can get, maybe I'll get 40 and then they'll allocate me to the 30 at Diamond. So losing that extra, it just means that, you know, some collectibles we won't have more of. So like the most thought of, like, you know, the Wolverine, like, or the Chase Spider-Man, we'll have less of them available because we lost a distributor that we used to order extra from. So they were our extra distributor, and it kind of sucks that we don't have that extra distributor as Diamond. We might have to look for another distributor for that. We'll figure that one out. Let's see here. Well, I mean, I guess that's all. I guess that is the whole short sum of the story. Is everyone's gonna if you're a comic book store, God bless. You're gonna have have a hard time trying to like figure out your new ways of getting these products. If you're a customer and you order PX exclusives, prepare for some delays, because obviously the one who makes the exclusive is going through a restructuring. Anything that's super hot might be harder to find because the distributor, who's like a tertiary distributor for a lot of big stores, they might not have access to those anymore, where to get that little top up, you know, that little extra 20, 30, 40 units of a certain character where we'd go to Diamond and get it from, is not going to be there anymore. Otherwise, we'll keep an eye out and we'll see what everybody's doing, and hopefully everybody will adjust. I know some manufacturers are trying to produce, or some distributors are trying to order more from the manufacturers just because they know they're going to get more orders from. So we'll see how that goes, because, you know, obviously if one distributor goes away, all their customers are going to go to another distributor. So those other distributors are going to have to try and figure out how many more customers they're going to get. Otherwise, everybody, stay frosty. I forgot to add, Diamond Comics was also very known for pushing for reissues. So Moon Boy Entertainment and Diamond Comics. So to be fair to Moon Boy Entertainment, them and Diamond Comics often pushed for reissues. So example, like the whole Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland wave, we had a reissue that was mainly pushed by Diamond Comics. So we might have less reissues in the future just because the guy who used to push for it is not there anymore. Just want to throw that out there. Ciao.